Hey, all my water signs, welcome to your weekly element reading. And then we're going to be focusing on the week of August 22nd to August 29th. Of course, if you're coming across this video outside of that time frame, I say trust your gut and your intuition. The spirit and creator are not bound by time or space. So if you were nudged and drawn here, there's got to be a message for you, so I'd listen anyway. If you are listening to this or watching this between August 22nd and August 29th, the two big things I wanted to mention is today, first of all, the beautiful blue moon, full moon in Aquarius. Beautiful energy coming in, really about believe in the impossible. And I did post a video on that last week, and I reposted it on my social media today for the full moon, but I also put a link at the end of this video to my playlist of full and new moon readings, so you can check that out there if you feel so inclined. And then also another big thing tomorrow, we actually move into Virgo season. So if anyone has a Virgo sun in their chart, definitely happy birthday. And that also brings in some beautiful energy of, balancing and tasking and getting things done, which is great with all this Aquarian energy that we've been having come in as well. I did post a video for the Virgo season as well, which I will link my seasonal reading playlist to the end of this video as well if you want to check that out. Just a lot of beautiful energies coming in that has this big transformational and transitional type of feel to it. But we're going to look at all my water signs for this week specifically. So all my Cancer signs, my Scorpios, my Pisces, no matter where you have it in your chart, this is going to be clarification for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And we're just going to see overall what the Creator would like you to know about this week. And what 411 does the Creator want you to be aware of as you go through here? And thank you for your patience as I shuffle this small deck of circular cards, which is always a fun and new experience. And it's very interesting. All right, Creator. So for my water signs, what do you want them to know about this upcoming week? Yep, and you got personal power. And I know one of my other signs got this too. So it's a beautiful card here. You have power. Animal here is the medicine for getting back your personal power. And it has this chrysotile is the crystal for this. And I love the bear that's up on the mountain, seeing things from a higher perspective, as well as the eagle seeing things from a higher perspective. And it's card number 20, which for me, the number 2 is really this message of our duality, that we're more than just this human. Yeah, kind of like this. We're more than just this human walking upon the earth. We're also our higher self, that being of powerful, supernatural, eternal energy, right? Of unconditional love. And let me read from the book here, and we will see what message comes in here for you. So personal power, you have attracted this card into your awareness as you're currently shifting your personal power to a whole new level. It's time to connect deeply with the strength and courage of who you are, to step up and step out into this world to be the best version of yourself possible. Due to the range of different fears we experience in life, at times we can hold ourselves back, of course. However, this card has shown up this week to ask you to feel the fear and do it anyway. When you finally move forward in your power, you'll realize there will be no fear, and you'll be fully in your power and manifesting your truth. Have you been feeling stuck or scared? Are you currently lacking self-confidence? Do you give your power away to others? Do you follow the crowd? All these feelings and experiences are part of your journey and personal growth. No, this is now the time to embrace your power and have the courage and strength to conquer anything that comes your way. You're a warrior of light, and you're being invited to come fully into your personal power, which comes from a place of honesty, love, and truth. It's time to trust in yourself and your choices as you stop handing over your power to others. I love that. And then the medicine for this is your power animal. This is common knowledge between the tribes and medicine people of the world indicates that we all have a power animal or animal spirit that guides us through the spirit world and through life. A spirit that offers us assistance, energetically sharing its specific wisdom and medicine. And our power animal stays with us from birth until death and can be called upon at any time. It is with us to teach us strength and courage and to connect with and embody our personal power. We also have many other animal spirits that come in and out at different times to guide us for particular parts of our journey. And each animal has a unique energy to share with you. However, your power animal will teach you the biggest lessons and offer insight, support, and guidance. Your power animal can come show itself to you in a range of ways, in your dreams, in meditation, in the physical world, and in trance journeys to your inner worlds. So call upon your power animal and work with this energy as you come fully into your personal power. And I love that. I'm going to just move these over here just so I remember. Actually have this deck, which is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. So what we're going to do, once I finish with this, I will pull a card here, which will represent the animal spirit that is currently in your life to help you through this journey, not your power animal. That you know what your power animal is, or you will after I read this ceremony that you can do if you'd like. If you're not aware of an animal that just stands out in your mind that you're so drawn to, most of us will realize it. And sometimes we'll have a few totem power animals that will be with us our entire life. But for sure, we usually have one that stands out, in our life. But that's not what we're going to pull. We're going to pull the one that is just like this special agent that's been assigned to your case for this period of time for you to help you regain your personal power back. Now, the crystal is the chrysotile. I probably murdered that. But that does help you discover and connect to your power animal. And it aligns you to your strength, and it also awakens your personal power. So a wonderful crystal. And you don't have to have the crystal like in hand. We're so powerful that even if you just look it up online and see what it looks like and focus in on that, you can almost picture it as if you have it in your hands and feel the energy of it. That's how powerful you are. Now, the ceremony that it recommends here or suggests, it says, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Focus on your breath and allow yourself to relax into a deep state. Call upon your power animal, and then wait to see what animal spirit shows up for you. Ask your power animal for guidance and allow for any wisdom and support to come through. And this could happen in the form of a deep knowing about something, a vision, a feeling, and you may sense an energy, or you may even hear whispers of wisdom. Just open yourself to allow the guidance to come in a form that you relate to. And then ask your power animal to show up 3 times in your life in order to give you confirmation and clarity. You may see a photo of the animal, a friend may be talking about this animal, the animal may come to you in your dreams or even in real life. And the confirmations may come in different ways, but they will come. Beautiful. So yeah, definitely a wonderful discovery of your inner power and reclaiming that back for yourself. So, and like I said, let me just get the book here and we will see which animal spirit the Creator wants you to know is hanging around you for during this time here. It'll be this week, but if it takes longer, I think this is the beginning of your journey, or at least in this part of your journey of regaining your personal power. So let me do it one more time here. All right, Creator. What Which spirit animal do you want them to know is with them during this part of their journey? And you got the cobra. And let me put that right here. And let's see what that brings for you there. And of course, this is fire. Fire energy. Yep, so this is the inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or a spirit, spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifest externally in those special guides who've led us all along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So when you're in balance with this energy, you're a student of life, you're humble, and you're wise. When you're out of balance with this energy, you're a know-it-all and you're egocentric. So to bring this energy into balance, it says take a class or study. So this is really, and I think it's a lot about, reflection of yourself too, understanding your innerness. But I like the king cobra. It's realizing that you're not a pauper on the street, but that you're a king, a queen within your own realm, within your own world, and that you are the one that's powerful. You see all these movies where there's a young child that's born of royalty, and because there's of the dangers and all this kind of whatever storyline it was, the child is taken away and hidden for its safety until it becomes of age, and then it realizes that it's actually of royal blood and has so much more power and ability than ever it would have thought. That's kind of what this transitional feeling feels like for me, for you. We're also going to pull, of course, some more cards here. This is the Revelations Tarot, and so we're going to get some revelation on what else the Creator wants you to know about the energy for this week. All right, Creator, what else do you want our water signs to know about this coming week? Okay. What else? Okay. Okay. Anything else? Last pass. Okay. I laugh because you got the Queen of Wands. I was just talking about royalty here. And the Queen of Wands is, wands are about your fire, your drive, your ambition, your courage, your confidence. And the Queen of Wands is definitely that. She's bright, energy, confident. She walks into a room, lights it up with her charisma. She's very charismatic, and just brings that beautifulness in there. And you can see the lions on her throne here. So, king of the jungle, king cobra, queen. So beautiful, energy that brings that in. And then I was also cracking up because then you got the Empress as well. So queen and Empress, and she's about creativity, very much about emotion, mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself, feeling your emotions, being yourself. She's really just, she's, that natural freeing feeling that you have when you're able just to be yourself. It's like this energy you have as a child before the energy of the Emperor that comes right after this one, and the Hierophant that comes right after that, which those are the controlling rules and regulations of good girl, good boy, bad boy, or whatever, and the praise and punishment to try to control us and suppress us and have us be who they think we should be instead of who we are. And so this is that freeing feeling that comes with that as well, but just definitely Queen and Empress, of who you are. I had a feeling, King and then the King. So I knew there was going to be a King. So King of Swords. And this is, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And so this is about, the King also, of Swords, he balances his emotions and his spiritualness with his mind as well. That's why he's the king. He's at the end of the suit. He's mastered what thinking is about. And he understood that if you only move and make decisions by your mind and logic, it usually doesn't turn out feeling too good, about life, but that there's this wonderful balance between what's logical and what's going to also bring more love into the world. And there's this beautiful balance that comes from that. But King and Queen, still cracking me up, talking about royalty. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is what the King holds here in his hands, the King of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about the power to cut away those old beliefs and all that no longer serve you. So those limiting beliefs regarding your power, all those things you were taught about what you should and shouldn't do, and how worthless you are, and how you're not going to turn out to be very much, or that you can't get math, that you're stupid, all those degrading and lowering opinions that were out there that we took on because we didn't know any better. You're able, with this power of this sword, to cut those things, and this allows you to bring in new thoughts and new beliefs that are more in line with who you are. Royalty. And then lastly, you've got Justice. Again, the Ace of Swords that you have there, and balancing. So you're balancing and figuring out life. It's no longer the reverse of this, which is out of balance, where you think yourself as low. It's about bringing in this beautiful balance in between the spiritual world and the physical world. And that's what I love about the Justice card for me, because it does represent connecting and understanding, that you don't define your worth by those external things that we've been taught to, those people, those situations, those things. That's called retail price. You find your self-worth and your true power in connecting to your higher self, to the higher realms, to the royal kingdom that you are a part of. And you realize you just came here into this physical world to understand more fully who you are by experiencing what you're not. So a prince growing up or a princess, growing up in a castle that doesn't have any contact with the outside world doesn't realize how good they have it and how empowered they are, and all that, right? But if they are drugged with the medicine that makes them temporarily forget who they are, and then they're taken to a small village way far away where people don't recognize them, and they wake up and they're like scared, not knowing where their next meal's coming from, not knowing what threats they have, not knowing what tomorrow's going to bring, and so they get to experience what all the opposite of royalty experiences. And then you begin to wake up as that drug wears off, and then you remember the royalty that you are, and you can still walk around in that little village, but fully aware of your royalty, fully aware of the messengers you can call in to help bring food, to help bring more love and comfort to that village, because now you understand that they're going through, and you have compassion for them, and you want to help them remember who they really are, because suddenly you find out that all those villagers are your brothers and sisters who also were brought from the castle and forgot who they were. So everyone is a beautiful royal child that we're around. So wonderful, wonderful. And lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Soul's Journey deck and just see what the final message the Creator has for you for this week. But a lot of new awareness, definitely, because you've got the King who has the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords, and then you have the Justice card, which has the Ace of Swords on it as well. So awareness, higher awareness, new awareness. All right, Creator, what else do you want our water signs to know for this final week, please? Okay. You do get 2. Yep. So the first one is courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, which is totally this over here. So I'm going to put this one over here because that was this Queen of Wands energy. And then you got failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And I really feel like this is one of the blocks for you with your personal power, because you're afraid, well, if I do this and I claim my royal bloodline, what if I fail and I'm a sucky royal? And it's like, no, that there's no failure, there's just experience here. You get to, it's like when you're waking up to who you really are in that little village, not remembering who you'd been, and then you're like, oh, all those things I did, I could have done so much better. Our ego will point us to the past going, oh my goodness, look what you did. And when we go back and look at it, and then we realize, well, I didn't remember I was royalty back then. It's like, exactly. We always make the best choice based on the information and where we're at in our lives. And if anyone else was in our shoes, they would make the same choice. And the same thing, when you look at someone else's life and they're making this decision, you're like, oh my God, how can they do that? Make that decision. And it's like, well, with what they believe and what they know and what they think they know and their experience in their life, at that point, that's the decision that they only can make until they learn more, until they learn something new, and then they'll make different choices. And so that's what this is about, is, reflecting on that. And it says, life on earth is full of experiences. It is our human brain that views outcomes as good or bad. The soul simply views them as chances to grow. Learn to see the big picture of life instead of the, I'm not sure how to say that word, but it's minutiae, the minutia. So see the big picture instead of the tiny little details is what I'm sure is what it means. See, I'm learning and growing. I did not fail just now. Failure to accomplish a task is merely the opportunity to evolve, and the negative connotation of the word failure can prevent you from trying again. You must come to the realization that there is no judgment involved with your soul's lessons. Realize that what you view as a failure is just your soul telling you that there's another path. Embrace the maxim, when one door closes, another one opens. It is a time for you to stop any negative emotional investment you have in the outcome. Revel in the knowingness that everything will reveal itself when it's meant to. No matter what, be true to your dream and your creative process. And I love that, especially the Empress. Number 3 is all about being creative and not allowing yourself to be restricted by the fears of the fear of people looking at you as a failure or judging you or rejecting you. You get to become the king or queen of your own world and your own choices. And screw everyone else's opinion, because you get to live your life, and most people aren't even seeing you clearly anyway. They're seeing themselves through their own, conditions, their own filters, their own eyes. And no matter what you do, you can't control that. But you can control your personal power, which our huge power is that we get to decide what anything means about us and others in the world. Sure, people will give us their opinions on what should be, supposed to, have to, need to, but you're the one that gets to decide whether you go, that's okay, I thank you for your opinion, and you just put it over here in the recycle bin with all the other opinions. You get to decide what you want for yourself. And you can also, other people can give you opinions. You're like, I like that piece of it. That makes sense. And that helps clarify what I want. But the rest of that, you get to choose, which is your power. So just know as you go throughout this week that every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. Have courage, take back your power, and have an amazing week. And just know that I love you too, and I will be talking to you soon. Until then, take care.